Hey guys, so this video was supposed to be posted last week, and it was supposed to be a hoax that I was going to try to pull over on you guys, but I wasn't sure if it was going to work, so I tried it out on a friend, and it did work. The subject matter hit too close to home. We're not friends anymore, so instead of losing your trust, I've decided that I'm going to tell you that it's fake. And the only reason I'm posting it is because I think it's a very powerful piece of creative writing. And even though it doesn't directly affect me, I was able to vocalize something that affects a lot of people. By the end of it, I hope that you get the sense that the universe unfolds as it should, and no matter what sort of situation or circumstance you're in, you're always going to be able to pick yourself up and just move on. So here you go. Hey guys, so I was going through my yearbook and I found this letter that I wrote the day of graduation, and well, I never found the address that I wanted to send it to, so I've decided to just give it a place on YouTube. It's to my biological father, so here you go. I told them you were an advertiser. In elementary school, all of my friends swore that their dads were comic book superheroes. I watched a lot of TV, so I kind of knew that the only real power you needed to control the world was to manipulate and influence an audience, and thus the idea of you being an advertiser was born. Only on weekdays though. On weekends, I still said that you were Superman, out saving the world, so you weren't there to save me. Luckily, Grandma, Grandpa, and Johnny did. I had no idea what a father was, and because Grandma and Grandpa were always there to help Mom, I figured that the three of them made up the basic household. Basic normal household. Then I started school. Mom dropped me off every morning at 8:45. She gave me a kiss, told me that I was going to do great things, and then handed me a package of animal crackers. In the afternoon, Grandma was there to pick me up. She was always there 30 minutes early, just sitting on that long green bench talking to other parents. Most of them were moms, some of them were dads. Noelle's dad always picked her up, but it was always Grandma, and that's how I knew. To me, you were Superman. So how could you be there? You had to save the world, so you couldn't save me. December 22nd, 1996 was the beginning of winter break, and it was also the day I started asking myself the question. The basic question that I think every fatherless child asks themselves. I remember asking Grandpa. He gave me a stern look, told me never to ask myself that question, because I was never going to have a clear answer. But I always had the answer. It's that you weren't ready to be a father. The 9 months that Mom was pregnant, you thought you were. But then you saw me, and you knew you weren't. I asked myself that question so many different ways that eventually it changed into, what could I have done to make you want to stay? Like it was my fault. Like I was a foolish one. Like I needed to be better, to be more. But the truth is, that question should have never existed for me. Because you should have asked yourself the basic question that every parent should ask. What happens if I'm not there? If I don't stay? What is to become of his life if I'm not there to hold his hand when he wants to cross the street? to take off the training wheels when it's time to learn how to ride a bike, or to help him with his first and only girlfriend. You were supposed to be Superman for me. I should have been your world. I should have been the only thing worth saving. A greater man who put on your cape when I was a lot younger told me that everything turns out alright in the end. And if it's not alright, then it's probably not the end. I made you out to be this real-life Superman. And you remained in the comic books, so eventually I learned to save myself. Love, your son.